F1 season is right around the corner, but first, we must take a look back into the past to rank the drivers from last year. Hello and welcome back to The House That Happened, sponsored by Shoey's Bar and Grill, the only place to be in suburban Etobicoke. Voted 4 times the best dive bar in all the GTA. It's number 1 in our hearts. It's the Phoenix rising from the ashes. Hi, I'm Andrew Milani, and I'm joined by...
Marco Giovannetti.
Yes, special F1 correspondent for the show, Marco Giovannetti, joins me today for a special episode. Like I said in the intro, we're going to be ranking all 21 F1 drivers from last year. Give them like a final grade, put them in tiers.
Yep.
So how you doing, buddy? How you doing this week?
I'm doing pretty good. I mean, it's bloody cold here in Canada.
Yes.
Like really, really cold, but we're almost through the hard part of the winter and looking forward to the new F1 season.
Yes, the first round of testing just completed in Spain, in Barcelona.
Yeah.
They're going to be going to Bahrain soon. So it's good. Yeah. Anything to say about that? Or?
Well, I mean, it's very early to really see, I think, who's going to have the advantages. Like, based on the information that has been circulating, seems like Mercedes has the motor this year. Although that's only one part of the pie, but it's a pretty significant one. So if that's the case, this season could really favor Mercedes and McLaren.
Yes.
Yes, but it's very early to tell.
Yes, and Red Bull Ford apparently has an advantage too.
Yeah, well, I mean, Ford's a massive automotive company, and, they've been involved in racing for a very long time, very successful. So I don't think it's a bad union whatsoever. Once again, very hard to tell until we actually see them together on track in anger, But I'm looking forward to it. I love that Ford's back. I love that Cadillac's back. I love that Audi's back. Oh, sorry, Cadillac's not back. They're in. It's great to see some new manufacturers and, a bunch of new cars on track.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be awesome.
So I guess we'll jump right into it.
Sure, let's go for it, man.
So I guess we'll start at the top. I'm sure it's going to be a lot easier to do it this way. So in S tier, for me, it's only one driver. It's Max Verstappen.
Yeah, it's obvious. He's the golden boy of Formula One and has been for about 5 years now, and no indication of slowing down given his performance last season.
Yeah, I mean, whether they call him a horror movie villain or Chucky on The House That Happens, we like to call him a James Bond villain.
Yeah, no, for sure. Well, I would think Lawrence Stroll's a James Bond villain, but no, he definitely fits the bill. He was 2 points off of Lando Norris, who won the championship, if you don't know. And
he only had one non-points finish last year, which was the retirement in Austria,
yes,
which ironically cost him the championship.
Well, that's the way it goes, right? But considering that, and considering the fact that he maximized the performance of the Red Bull, like, wow, what a driver. He's just top tier Schumacher, Hamilton level in his prime. Just firing on all cylinders right now. Just killing it.
Yeah, 8 wins last year too, the most in 2025 with a not so great car as well. So that just speaks to his skill as well.
Yeah, well, keep in mind the car's optimized for him. Like, yes, he had some complaints.
There were some hiccups early on.
Definitely. And yeah, it is probably a trickier car to drive given what he likes. And given the compromises that probably had to happen to the development of it throughout the season. But I mean, yeah, no, he's a god. We can all agree that. I'm looking forward to see what he does this year. I have a feeling he's not going to have the best car this year, but it's still going to be fun to watch him move throughout the pack and show what he can do.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, Red Bull, a couple guys seemed confident. A couple guys were kind of hedging their bets, I guess, still. So still a lot of question marks about Red Bull, especially with Ford. We'll see how reliable that engine is.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, once again, Ford's been around racing for a very long time. I'm sure some of you listening have heard of Ford versus Ferrari. If you haven't, go watch that movie. It'll explain everything. Yeah, I think it's going to be a good partnership. I think Red Bull as a operation, they've proven to be, top tier. And yeah, Ford with their knowledge of building racing engines, it could be a very, very powerful union. But this is F1, so it could also flop.
Very well could flop. Anything else you want to mention about Verstappen?
I mean, yeah, actually, Lando won the championship, but this was Verstappen's season. Like, when we look back, like, I don't want to take anything away from Lando. He's fantastic, and he won it fair and square. But I think when the history books kind of, settle and we look back at this season, this really is the comeback season.
Mm-hmm.
Because any other driver in that car would not have been able to get close.
That's true.
Yeah, and considering he split the McLarens at the very end, just incredible.
Split McLaren right open, unfortunately.
Yep. Yeah, yes, he did.
McLaren's still the biggest, I don't even know what you call them. Despite winning 2 constructors in a row, they're still a little bit of a clown show.
Well, I mean...
We'll talk about McLaren a little bit later.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack there.
That's it for Verstappen, or you wanted to mention
No, I mean, there's nothing more that has to be said. He's the GOAT right now.
So starting S tier, I would put George Russell to start. I think he's the second best driver on the grid.
S tier?
A tier, sorry.
A tier.
On A tier.
I mean, he could be an S tier one day.
I mean, I would even argue that, like, we can almost have, like, his own tier, like an A+ tier.
Yeah, he's incredible. He's a very, very good driver. He's proven that, with discipline comes performance and results. And he strikes me as a very focused, very the eye on the prize, stay with the program, support your team, but drive fast kind of mentality.
Mr. Saturday.
Mr. Saturday. And that's, fast laps over a qualifying are one thing, but he's also proven that he can win races and gain points and maximize weekends. So I think he's, if the predictions about the Mercedes power unit are correct, I think there's a possibility this could be Russell's season to win it.
I agree.
He's been knocking on that door for a while.
Yeah, I mean, if Mercedes has the car this year, I think it's, very realistic he's world champion.
Of course.
Yeah.
Or we could
if not in the hunt.
Or, hopefully, if that's the case, we could see an Antonelli-Russell reflection of what we saw last year with Norris and Piastri.
Possibly.
That could be fantastic.
Possibly. I mean, he's the only driver not afraid of Max, really. He kind of, embraces that challenge
they
as opposed
hate
to...
each other.
Yeah.
It's the best. Yeah. I'm actually wearing a Mercedes shirt right now, so I have a soft spot for that team.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see Max drive for them. But,
Maybe one day. He was also the only non-McLaren, non-Red Bull driver with a win in 2025. He had 2 in Canada and Singapore.
Yep.
And he only had 1 non-points finish, which was P11 in Monaco.
Yeah.
Which, I mean,
Monaco's a shit show.
Yeah, exactly.
So much luck involved there. But, yeah, he's fantastic. He's for me right now, he's the second best driver on the grid. I mean, it's pretty close. There's 2 other guys up there that I would put, but no, he's fantastic. I like Mercedes as an organization. I always have. They have a strong foundation. They know how to win, and I think they've been kind of farming Russell for a long time to kind of groom him for this. Yeah, I mean, I would love to see him go head to head with Max. That would be so entertaining.
Yeah, that would be a dream for a lot of us F1 fans.
Oh, he's fantastic. He scored 319 points too, which is very impressive.
Again, in a not so great car.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, it was best of the rest, possibly, but still, I mean, maximizing what it can, deliver. That's the name of the game in F1.
Yeah, that's F1.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to mention about Russell?
I mean, his T-pose is looking pretty lame, but if he starts winning, he can do it.
True.
It's just for a sprint race, I don't know if he should be doing that.
Yeah, it's a little over the top for that.
No, he's awesome.
So we had Sid the Sloth number 1. We have Russell. We have Woody the Cowboy number 2.
Oh my God, it's fun.
My number 3, I would put him in A tier as well. Charles Leclerc.
Yeah, Leclerc's amazing. Such a tragedy. He's with that purgatory of a team called Ferrari.
He had 7 podiums last year, only 2 less than Russell in a much worse car, and he had 6 P4s last year.
Wow. No, it's tragic. It really, really is tragic. I mean, I feel for the guy. Having all that talent and just, shitting the bed with your team. Like truly, that's what it is. It's a curse. I was talking with your brother earlier, and I have a feeling Leclerc's never going to win a championship, even if he leaves Ferrari.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to happen, and I think that is so upsetting.
I mean, you never know.
You never know, but I mean, there's a prime time for these guys, when they can really dedicate all of themselves, like before they have kids, before they get too old. Okay, Alonso's an anomaly, obviously. But, I mean, yeah, it's pretty upsetting, I feel like if he was in a McLaren or something, he could really be challenging titles often. But, no, he's stuck with that boat anchor of a team. It's very sad. Mm-hmm. But he's fantastic. What a great driver. Yeah,
he's fast. He's consistent. Great on tire management. I think he's a little bit too hard on himself.
Oh yeah,
he's putting himself down when he makes a mistake. That I'm so stupid, that.
Well, I mean that's part of the
Ferrari depression.
Yeah, no, I'm sure there's some gaslighting at that team. I'm sure there's like some. I mean, it seems like it, doesn't it?
I don't know. Maybe
I'm under the impression. I don't want to go on too much of a Ferrari rant because we're talking about drivers, but I'm under the impression, given what I've seen since, I guess, the Raikkonen days at Ferrari. The organization does not seem serious about winning championships anymore. I feel like they realize that their spot in F1 is guaranteed as long as F1's a sport, and
they're getting extra money just to be in the sport.
Of course, and Ferrari nowadays they sell laptops and jackets and pens and
everything,
calculators and shit. They don't care. They don't have to win championships. They just need a flashy young guy and a flashy old guy. And, the results speak for themselves. Like, they are a company that's there for the shareholders, more than likely, and that's it. And what we really need of that team is, some of that early 2000s magic to come back. But, I mean, I don't know, buddy.
We'll see. I don't think it's going to be it with this... management group or whatever.
Ferrari is where good drivers go to die right now.
Yeah, it has been for the last 20 years, basically.
Yeah, it's such a shame.
Yeah. Vettel, Alonso.
Yeah, Vettel. It broke Vettel.
Yeah, it really did.
It broke Vettel. And, Raikkonen proved that you could still do it, but I mean, that was like when things were still transitioning.
Yeah, well, I mean, that was kind of like the tail end of the Schumacher days that happened, right? But when
still...
Raikkonen came back, it wasn't the same team.
No, not even close.
Yeah.
Not even close. But yeah, very, very depressing. But what are you going to do?
Yeah, I mean, Leclerc is being linked to Aston Martin, so I think he's already got one foot out the door.
Oh, for sure. I mean, if he doesn't, I'd be very concerned.
Yeah, once his contract's up, I think he's done with Ferrari.
He's gone.
Yeah. Anything else about Leclerc?
Besides the fact that he's the pretty boy of F1, no.
Next up, another driver I would put in A tier, Lando Norris.
Absolutely. Lando Norris rocks.
Some would say that putting him at number 4, I mean, we're putting him in tier, so it's not that big of a
for sure. It's
more deal, but some would say that like us putting him at number 4 is a little bit of a hater choice.
No, not at all. Though he's a championship winner in F1, and you can never take that away from him. He raced a very good season, maximized that car. Got a bit scary at the end for him, but I mean, that's F1.
Yeah.
Like, how many championships have been decided by 1, 2, 3, 4 points? He's great, and I wish him more championships because I think he's a very worthy top tier driver. He doesn't really, trigger me at all. Really, like he can be a little cringe sometimes, but which driver can't?
Yeah, exactly.
It's Formula One, right? No, he's awesome. He seems like a nice guy too. Despite the clown show that can be McLaren every now and then, I think he keeps his head down and stays with the program and ultimately delivers very positive results. I'm also happy the British got the F1 title again.
They've been missing it for so long.
Yeah, and England is. As much as we love Ferrari and Italy and all that, England is the F1 country.
Yeah.
Right? They have Silverstone, for Christ's sake, right? Like, so yeah, it's very nice to see, the English kind of have a driver again. And they might have one this year with Russell as well, but
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, Lando's awesome. I think he drove very well, and I'd love to see him fight for more.
Yeah, the only knocks on him I would take was like he was a little bit too streaky last year. Like he had 2 5-race stretches that were winless. So he had one from China to Imola,
Yeah.
and then he had another one from Netherlands to USA, which is a little bit surprising in that car that he was in.
It is. Keep in mind his teammate was also very fast, and there is a lot of pressure on the guy. He's been chasing a championship for a very long time. He's been considered a top driver for a very long time.
Of course.
I think head issues and that sort of thing, they can never be understated in a sport like Formula One or in any sport. Mm-hmm. But F1 is one of those things, you're only as good as your last race. So you have 1 bad race, no big deal. You have 2 bad races. Oh, shit. Yeah. Oh, crap. 3 bad races. Oh, my God. Did I lose it? So I think that can compound. Some drivers are probably better at it than others. And that might be one of Lando's weak spots. However, he redeems himself by being quick. He got 6 fastest laps this season. 6. Mm-hmm. Verstappen got 3. Let that sink in. I know fastest laps are only one thing, but
yeah,
that's huge, right? 7 wins is no slouch. And yeah, he's a damn champion, right? Like he beat his teammate in equal machinery. He beat the Dutchman in inferior machinery, but he still beat him. Still beat him, man. And you can never take that away from him.
Although another knock on him is he maybe has Max in his head, maybe the most of any drivers on the grid.
Oh, I mean, like if you look in your rearview mirror and you see that Red Bull gaining on you in a slower car, it's gonna get to you.
Sure.
Right? Considering the fact that he's only human and Max is like some divine being, he did very good.
Mind you, I think a little bit of that too is McLaren kind of, their messaging was a little bit weird too. I don't think they were exactly helping massage that situation as best as they could have.
No, not at all.
But I mean, at the same time, I think it goes back to youth and karting with these two as well.
Absolutely.
There's something, I don't know, something there between them.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think what that thing is, what all the drivers realize, despite what they might say, Max is the scariest driver. He is the fastest driver, and they know that. And even though they know that on their day they might be quicker, they might be leading in points, they might have a better car, XYZ, whatever, they still know that Max is always going to be right there. And he's one mistake away, generally speaking.
Of course.
Right? And I think, that would definitely get to me, right? So I think considering that, I'm very impressed with Lando. That has to be taken into account. Like knowing that the best, that you're racing in the era with one of the greatest drivers who ever lived in any discipline, as he's proven.
Yeah, I mean, you don't win 4 championships in a row by fluke.
No, not at all. So yeah, I think considering that, Lando did very well, and he definitely has my respect, and I'm sure a lot of other F1 fans. Like, he's great, and who doesn't love McLaren as an entity? Like, they're almost as important as Ferrari in F1. Mm-hmm. Like, they have to be there.
Well, I know a few McLaren haters.
Oh, I mean, haters are going to be haters, but I mean, ultimately, like, this sport that we love, I would happily cheer for any team, that was entertaining.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
I've been a strong supporter for years.
I mean, I say of course. Meanwhile, like McLaren sometimes, Zach Brown rubs me the wrong way.
Well, I mean, Zach Brown. He's a bit of as Cruz once said, he's kind of a Simpsons character, which I find hilarious. But
brown liquor guy.
Yeah, brown liquor guy. That's funny, but no, I mean, yeah, McLaren has to solidify their whole driver versus driver strategy. Like they're a little bit too democratic, I think, with it. Mm-hmm. And that nearly cost them a championship this season. So I think they really have to determine early who the golden boy is going to be, and kind of go that way until things change. Right. And that's what it is. The way I see it, Lando won his championship this season. If Piastri happens to jump out of the gate faster, I have a feeling, given the amount of support that Lando got up to this point, he might play ball for a bit.
For a bit.
Until he starts to get close, then it's all...
Yeah.
yeah, then it's game on. But
Anything else you want to mention about Lando?
no, he's awesome.
So I got one more driver I would put in A tier, and that would be Oscar Piastri.
Oh, absolutely. Oscar Piastri's fantastic.
I think McLaren broke him a little bit, though.
Well,
To think that like around the third mark of the season, we thought he'd just like blast off and win the championship. He had a couple troubling stretches from Azerbaijan to Las Vegas without a podium.
Wow.
Bookended with a P3 and seconds in Qatar and Abu Dhabi. Total 9 without a win in the late season title fight. So that's a little bit concerning for him.
It is concerning, but he's tied with Lando on wins.
He is.
Right, which is pretty incredible.
But again, they were all in like the front half of the season, right?
Yes, absolutely. But then again, like the head issues that we were talking about with Norris, like I'm sure Piastri felt that towards Norris, right? Like, of course he knows Norris is a star, and of course he knows he's quick too. But I mean, like it's the pressure. Like all these guys are capable of winning championships.
Of course,
they're all capable.
Well, I don't know all of them.
Yeah, there's maybe 3 or 4 that aren't, but for the most part, they can all win races. They can all, get fastest laps if the day goes their way.
Oh, fastest lap for sure, depending on circumstance. Yeah,
absolutely. But no, I think Piastri's fantastic. It's a bit concerning, but he's still young. It's still very, very early in his career. He will win a championship at some point. There's no question in my mind. As long as he stays away from the red team, he'll be able to win something. I'm very impressed with him. I get very stone cold Iceman vibes from him.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to pay dividends as his career continues. I think it's just going to assist him in, taking points and, furiously moving through fields. And I don't know. He's a fantastic driver. I really have nothing bad to say about him, other than keep going. It's not really anything bad, but despite some of the concerns, the long winless streaks and everything, just keep on going. You're only gonna get better. Look at me giving Piastri advice. MD beat me, for Christ's sake.
He's definitely on a great path. We'll see what he can do this year. I mean, it all depends on McLaren's car. Where they're a little bit, we don't know exactly where they stand.
I think it's going to be strong.
I think so too, but are they going to be up there with Mercedes and Red Bull? That's going to be the question.
Could be.
Could be.
I mean, McLaren's proven they could win.
I mean, yeah, but new regulation set. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Mercedes and Red Bull kind of battling at the top, and then McLaren, is kind of the next tier.
Interesting.
Still battling for wins once in a while, battling for podiums, but not quite in the championship hunt.
Interesting. I mean, we'll have to see. It's going to be exciting.
I'm not saying it is going to work out like that. I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised.
It's a feeling that you're getting, right? Oh, okay.
So that's it for A tier for me.
Yes. Yeah, I would definitely agree with you.
My number 6 in the start of B tier, I would have Carlos Sainz.
Interesting.
He had a rough start with Williams, but I mean, he had a very strong finish, especially with the 2 podiums in his final 8 races.
Yeah, well, I've been saying this for a very long time. He should have stayed at Ferrari. I think he was a good...
Ferrari should have kept him.
Well, Ferrari should have kept him, yes. I think he was a good soldier for them. Won the occasional race. He was a great rear gunner for Leclerc. But he's proving his worth with a much more inferior team. I think he's going to stay in F1 for quite a long time.
I think so too.
He's very quick.
Although he's 31, so
Alonso's what, 42?
Well, I mean, Alonso's Alonso though.
Yes, absolutely. But I mean, I think with this current generation, we're going to see a lot more longevity than we did. I think fitness really came up a lot more.
But at the same time, it's become a lot more of a young man's sport.
It is, but I think if the equation makes sense for a certain team, they're going to keep a veteran around. Guys like Hülkenberg.
That's true.
It really all depends on your consistency. If you don't cost a team money and you're good enough, there's a good chance you're going to get a seat close to your 40s, right? But Sainz is awesome. He's a smooth operator. He's great. I've always liked him. I mean, what's there to really say bad about him?
Not much.
Yeah. He's a solid driver. Very solid. He he might be at the moment one of, if not the best, B-side driver. Well, B-side driver, yeah.
Yeah, B tier for
B
our
tier,
sakes.
yes.
Yeah. Anything else you want to mention for Sainz?
I mean, he scored decent points, 64 to be exact. Yeah, no.
It took him a little bit to get used to that car,
Well,
I
sure,
feel like.
sure.
But once you start to figure out in the back half.
It probably drives completely different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Williams.
If I'm not mistaken, it's a different suspension setup on the Ferrari. I think I could be wrong. I think the Ferrari is a push rod setup, and I think a lot of the cars are. I think I could have that backwards, but I'm sure that really comes into account, right?
Oh, of course. Yeah. For the next driver, I would also have in B tier. I would have Alex Albon.
Yeah, Albon's sick. I've always liked him too.
Looked quick and consistent early to mid-season. He had a weird fall-off after summer break, though.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's like he felt the heat with Sainz coming on or whatever, but he only scored 6 points he only scored 6 points from summer break on, and all those points were in Italy. They were all in one race.
Well, I mean, that's something he has to work on too. Like, streakiness with certain drivers, seems to be a bit of a trend, right? Like, I mean, even with, some of the top guys, as we discussed, like Lando, the consistency is the hardest part. And, that applies to almost every sport. You could be a PGA player and you could have an awesome drive, but if your short game sucks, you're not going to win shit, right?
Yeah.
But, in Formula One, I find, like, more often than not, good performances come in clusters. Like, a driver will have, like 3-4 races where they're on fire, and then, like, a crazy drop-off, and that'll affect, their, like, mental state, and it'll compound, and...
Right.
Yeah, like, I really do believe that the mental fatigue is almost half of the battle in F1. Because they're all quick. They're all really fast drivers. They're in Formula One. Except for Daddy Boy over there.
We'll get to him.
Yeah. But yeah, no, he's awesome. I would definitely put him up there too.
A little bit too much bitching on the radio for me.
Yeah, well, I mean...
Especially, like, it's a lot of, like, throwing people under the bus, like, for everyone to listen to, which I don't appreciate. Like, keep that internal,
Oh, yes, ideally. Keep in mind, these are all, like, little rich boys in F1.
Agreed.
And, like, Hamilton, too, last season and the season before.
Oh, we'll
just
get to him.
Yeah, well, that's going to be fun.
Yeah. He's actually my next driver. I don't know if you agree with Hamilton in B tier, but...
I don't, but
Okay, we'll put him off to the side then. But
No, I mean, I want to hear your case.
Well, I mean, he was still sixth in the championship last year with the disqualification in China. Don't forget about that.
That's hilarious. Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, the double DSQ for Ferrari.
It's so tragic.
At the end of the day, he was still consistent with points. A few P4s, maybe not as close to the podium as we would have liked to this season.
Yeah.
He still got the results, even though maybe he doesn't quite have it like he used to anymore.
Yeah, that's kind of what I would say too. Like, he's obviously a clutch enough driver. Like, he's Lewis Hamilton. You can never take that away from him.
One of the GOATs.
He is one of the Mount Rushmore GOATs of Formula One, and he's awesome, and they're going to make a biopic about him and all that. And it's going to end with the loss, obviously. But no, he's fantastic. I just feel like, from my perspective, watching TV on Sunday, is he's not in it in the same way that he was 5, 6, 7 years ago.
What makes you say that, and why?
I don't know. The way that he's holding himself during interviews, the way that he's driving the car, his anguish in radio messages, his performances overall, the fact that he went to Ferrari at all, that for me was a big red flag. Like, what are you doing? Don't you want to win? He's an awesome driver, but I would put him at the top of C simply because of his fall from grace.
Okay.
He has been an S-tier driver, and he will always be an S-tier driver. But currently, I think he's like a C+. And maybe that's harsh. Maybe that angers some of you Hamilton fans. I'm not hating on him. I just think, given the last three seasons or so, it's been kind of kind of sad, hard to watch. Yeah, just it's tragic. To me, he looks out of form. He looks shaken.
The party's over.
The party's over, you know. He also parted ways a couple years ago with his handler there. What was her name? The assistant.
Oh, I thought she was back though.
Did she come back?
I thought I saw her on the grid a few times with Ferrari. I don't know if she's there full time or whatever, but
well, regardless, like when I'm pretty sure Hamilton went through like a life purge recently. Like he recently sold his entire car collection. Like, yeah, he's making a lot of drastic personal changes, I think, and that could speak to like an overall change in perspective that could ultimately affect his driving. You know, because most of these younger dudes, you know, this is their life. It's F1. You know, like you finish race, you go on the simulator. You know, I have a feeling. Like, although Hamilton does that, he's from a different generation of driver. And he's older. I feel like he's a lot more going on in his life probably right now. You know, granted, that's his prerogative. He's already earned the right to do it, whatever the hell he wants.
I'm sure with all that, like, other stuff, too, he's got other people kind of, like, handling that for
100%.
him. Where he doesn't have to make a lot of the decisions.
For sure. Absolutely. So, I guess what I'm saying is, I don't know how much more he has to contribute to a team like Ferrari that's not even serious about winning, right?
Yeah, like you would say like it was like a business decision for Ferrari to hire him.
It was absolutely a business decision for them and a legacy decision for Hamilton. Hamilton wanted to end his career at Ferrari.
You always saw the way how he looked at that red car.
Oh, I mean, it's Ferrari. Who doesn't want to wear that suit and potentially win in Italy in one of those cars? Like that. For some drivers, that's worth more than the championship, I'm sure, right? But ultimately, I think it was an emotional decision for him, and you can't be too emotional when it comes to your career. You have to, you know, pick the right places to go to and invest your time.
For sure.
But no, he's fantastic. But yeah, this past season was really nothing to write home about. Pretty tragic to watch. It seems like every season he's been with Ferrari, it's been slipping a little more, and I don't know how much more the guy can take. I don't know how much more, how many more seasons he's going to be sticking around in Formula One.
I don't think it's going to be too many, but we'll see.
Probably not. Probably maybe two or three at most.
Yeah, maybe finish out his contract and then like another like 1 or 2 years.
It would be really cool if, you know, he finished his contract with Ferrari and then did one victory lap with Mercedes.
Oh, never gonna happen.
That's never gonna happen,
Never
right?
gonna happen.
Ever. No, he's firmly out of that door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same with that. Same with McLaren.
Oh yeah, McLaren.
Anything else you want to mention about Hamilton?
No, he's fantastic, but past few seasons, no, not so much.
So my next driver, I would argue for him in B tier as well, Pierre Gasly.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Where would you have him?
Yeah, I would put him at the lower side of B tier because he is quick. But there's a couple other guys I would put above him. But,
okay, well we can get to them.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'll put Gasly in lower end of B tier for now.
Gasly's good. I mean, look, he was in the Alpine, so it's a very tough equation to solve when you're in that car.
Well, I think it's a miracle that he finished ahead of a driver in another car.
Sure,
last year.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's quick. It just that car had no pace.
He's quick. He's a bit streaky too. I've always thought of him as like a lower power version of Lando.
Okay.
And I don't mean any disrespect. Just currently, that's kind of how they're presenting themselves to me. Like Gasly's quick. He has his day. You know, he's gotten plenty of fastest laps over his career. But talk about streaky, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I feel like that guy's bad performances can very much compound.
Okay.
But he's fast too. I mean, look, he's definitely not a bad driver at all. You know, he is in B tier. I will definitely put him there. But I mean, this past season, what did he score? How many points was it? 22. Yes, 22 points. But no,
and he had a P6 in Silverstone.
No, that's fantastic. Silverstone, it was raining this year, wasn't it?
I believe it was.
Okay, there you go.
Still. It's a shame how Red Bull treated him. He was never really like their guy.
No. Even though he was very quick.
Yeah, like it was not as an extreme extent as like how they treated Tsunoda, in my opinion. but I mean, still, like Gasly was never like their guy.
No,
and he never got a fair kick at the can. No, if you ask me.
No. But he's a great driver. One of the better journeymen of F1s, for sure. But yeah, like nothing really bad to say about him. Pretty middle of the road season, I'd say, for like a mid-level driver, right? Hopefully he scores a couple of wins this season. It'd be nice to see somebody from the back come up and challenge.
Yeah, I mean, Alpine, I'm low-key expecting some things out of this year.
You've been saying that.
Yeah, because they stopped the development of last year's car once they saw how bad it was. Basically put those resources into this year. And they're with the Mercedes engine this year, so that's going to be an advantage for them.
That's huge. You never know.
I don't know if they're going to be fighting for wins, but I think they should be regularly in the points.
Wouldn't that be something? Williams finally has their time in the sun again.
Williams has their own problems. They missed the first round of testing, so that's going to hurt them.
I forgot about that.
Anything else you want to mention about Gasly?
No. I think Gasly's been pretty much covered. What else to say about him? He's a pretty clutch driver when it counts.
He's a favorite of ours at the house that happens. Definitely a weed smoker, if you ask us.
Oh, 100%. I've always thought like Ocon looks like more of a weed smoker. His eyes are always red.
We'll get to him a little bit later.
Yeah.
In B tier, I would also argue for Nico Hülkenberg.
Ooh, that's interesting. Yeah, he's a very good driver. I like him. Interesting that you put him in B tier.
He had a really good season this year.
He did. He's definitely the end of his career.
38, yeah.
38, yeah. That's pretty up there. No, he's always been fairly solid. Interesting. You put him in B tier.
Where would you put him?
I'd put him high C.
Like Hamilton?
I'd put him
like a C plus like him too?
Yes. Like
above or lower than Hamilton?
A little bit below.
Okay.
It's interesting to put him in B tier. But no, he had a very good season. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, I mean, he had a little bit of I guess it was kind of a return to form season. I mean, finally he gets the podium.
Yeah.
He's been searching.
51 points, actually. The more that I think about it.
In a not so great car.
Yeah, that car sucks. That car sucks. You know what? You might actually have convinced me now.
That he's B tier?
Now that I really think about it. Yeah, he was in the Kick Sauber piece of junk.
He was ahead of Hadjar, Behrman, Lawson, Ocon, Stroll, Tsunoda.
You might be onto something there. You know what? Sure. Yeah, B tier.
Only 5 points behind Alonso.
That's pretty mental.
Yeah. Below Gasly, or not that part matters too much, but
I don't think it matters so much. Like maybe we can go back and
fix it.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, Hülkenberg's just one of those guys. I was so happy he got the podium finally this year. Still chasing that first win. But
yes, of course.
Still has that record, most race starts without a win.
I mean, it's a record.
A dubious one at that, but...
Absolutely.
Any other thoughts about Hülkenberg? He's fast, he's consistent.
He has the coolest name in F1 right now. He's the Hulk.
Great on qualifying, great on Saturday.
Yes, very clutch for that team.
Things just seem to fall apart for him on Sundays, unfortunately.
Well, I mean, the overall pace of that car.
Even in general, this has been a pattern over his career. Those Sundays have been.
Well, has he ever been in like a real machinery that could actually compete? I don't think so. Like nothing spectacular, right?
No, never like a true title contender car.
Exactly, and I think like a big part of the problem with some of the drivers who are piloting some of the lower tier cars is like how hard you have to push them just to stay with the pack sometimes.
Yeah.
Right? Like we saw that a few years ago with I think it was a Mick Schumacher on board in the Haas. I forget which track it was. It might have been Bahrain or something. And like it was a side by side with like the Mercedes or something. And the amount of like extra steering inputs that Schumacher had to put into his Haas. I think it was Schumacher that had to put into his Haas over one lap was insane. It's so much more physical. Some of these cars that don't quite have the performance to like keep them close to the rest of the pace, right? Like there's a much higher chance of losing control, spitting out. mechanical failure,
For sure.
Yeah, but Hulkenberg's sick.
Yeah,
You're absolutely right.
For him to get all that out of a 9th place car.
Yeah, that piece of crap car. What I say about that car, it's very bright, so you can see it from last place.
From space?
Yeah, you can see it from space, all the way at the end.
Anything else about Hulkenberg?
No, he's sick.
So another driver I would put in B tier. My B tier is probably the chunkiest one I have here. I'd put Kimi Antonelli.
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
Yeah,
I was waiting for him. I would put him close to the top, but no, he's a great driver.
Like right near Sainz and Albon?
Maybe a little better. What I like about Antonelli is that he's young and he's still fast. Like, he makes mistakes, but they're never...
He's like, 19?
They're never really crazy mistakes for his age. And he's very fast. Like,
he is
like
quick.
Right away, he's fast.
Definitely the rookie of the year. And it was a very good, like a very great class of rookies for F1 this year.
Oh, yeah, it's very strong. Very strong. Antonelli, as long as Ferrari doesn't steal him away one day, will win a championship. Mm-hmm. There's no question. It's
definitely the plan.
That's the plan. Stay with Mercedes, buddy.
Yeah.
They've proven.
It was a little bit worrisome about his the infamous crash in Monza in 2024. The famous Toto, it's going to be okay, Kimi.
Oh,
but good for Mercedes for sticking to their guns. It's paying off.
Toto knows. Yeah. Toto knows who the good drivers are.
Yeah. Because this time last year, a lot of the conversation was like, oh, is Mercedes going to get cold feet, or are they going to throw him to Williams and then kind of like take Sainz on loan?
They invested so much in that kid, man.
Sure, but if you don't think he's ready, then because Russell had to sit at Williams for a few years, right?
Yeah.
So
it's true. But I guess if you know, you just know. Like these guys, these teams, they meet so many drivers, so many different personalities. They see so much data. Mm-hmm. The people that know understand if it's worth investing in somebody or not, and as you said, like, what a great move sticking with him. I think he's going to pay dividends.
I'm very excited for his future.
Yeah, he's absolute gold.
3 podiums last year, a P2 in Brazil, and then P3s in Canada, Las Vegas. A little bit of a troublesome stretch from Imola to Netherlands, so the 9 races. He had 4 DNFs in there, a P10, 2 P16s, and a P18. Ironically, the P3 in Montreal was in there too, like right in the middle, basically, kind of cut that streak in half. I expect that consistency to improve as his career goes on.
Absolutely, yeah. The only thing, that I would really give him as a demerit was that consistency, or like lack thereof.
Yeah.
But he's young. He's 19, as you said. Like, what do you want? Like he's driving like well in a.
He's driving a rocket ship at 19.
Yeah, man. I think his future is very bright. He's firmly in the middle of B tier for me. Mm-hmm. Yes, and sky's the limit for that kid. And finally, Italy has a good driver again.
Yes,
finally. Oh my God, it's been like MotoGP has been stealing our good racers for a long time. Yes. Yeah. So I'm very happy in that regard. Yeah,
because as a kid, it was like Jarno Trulli and oh my God, who's the other one?
Oh,
they both won races. Those
Trulli
2 guys,
and
I'm blanking on the other.
Not guy. Fisichella. He was
Fisichella.
He was Italian.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Giancarlo.
Oh yeah, Giancarlo Fisichella.
That's gonna be it for me for Antonelli. Any other thoughts?
No, that's very solid B tier. I would agree with that mostly.
My last B tier driver.
Oh, there's another one.
Yeah, he would be on the bottom end of B tier, but I'd put Isaac Hadjar there.
Ooh, that's interesting. No, he's my favorite rookie that's not Antonelli right now.
Mine too.
No, I was very impressed with him during this season. B tier, maybe.
We can put him on the maybe pile.
Yeah, maybe bottom of B. It's going to be so interesting seeing him in the Red Bull this year.
Very interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, he has to really understand his role and just bring the car home in the points, at least for now.
Yeah.
Get used to it.
I don't know about, like, championship aspirations for him. I don't have super high hopes for him.
I think he knows the deal.
Mind you, he was P2 and F2 in 2024.
But how many times have we seen, like, an F2 champion who hasn't been able to deliver an F1? Like, there's so much more to it.
An F2 champion?
Yeah.
Like who?
Didn't what's-his-face win the championship? What's his name? Didn't Mick Schumacher win the F2 championship? Or
you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
There's a couple other guys I think. I have to look into it. Like, look, like that's one thing, winning that championship, but I think it just solidifies how different or like how big the jump is from F1 to F2, right? Like I'm sure a lot of these guys could go race in the 24 hour of Le Mans and probably win. They could probably win touring car races, maybe some rally stuff. Well, rally's tough, but still, F1. I think there's so much more to it than just driving fast. It's like managing yourself, managing your personal brand, dealing with social media that ostracizes you because of one thing that you may have said on the fucking radio, right? But yeah, I don't know. Like, he's definitely quick. In
the points for 10 of the 24 races, including a P3 in Netherlands.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, he's fast. What do you think, Andrew?
I like him a lot. I think he's one of the more exciting drivers. 51 points, so he was tied with Hulkenberg. And I mean, next year, like...
Yeah, same points as Hulkenberg.
I'm a little bit more optimistic than other people with him being Max's teammate in Red Bull because it is a new regulation set.
Yeah,
they're kind of starting from scratch.
Me
so,
too.
like, as it goes on, I think there might be some problems that are kind of like...
After the summer break, there's going to be a bit of a gap.
Even beyond that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, we'll see. I'm not saying he's going to go for like, race for race with Verstappen, like point for point there at the beginning. But I think he's going to be able to like nab a few podiums.
Hopefully. No. We need a good rear gunner at Red Bull again.
It's been a minute. Perez was the guy for a couple years, but
I'm so happy he's coming back, by the way.
I'm too.
Yeah, he's
him and Bottas.
Two awesome backseater drivers together in one team. That's going to be fantastic.
And they're going to be back at the grid next year.
Oh, yeah. But having a great time smiling.
For sure. They're back.
They're back in F1.
Hadjar, though, like it was a little bit last year with, of course, the formation lap in Australia, the DNS there. Yeah. That was a little bit of a red flag, but I mean, he's rebounded nicely from that. Basically, like right away.
Yeah.
Because next race he was, P11, and then after that a P8. So definitely shows that he can race.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to mention about Isaac Hadjar?
I like his last name.
Me too.
Kind of reminds me of Jar Jar. No, he's awesome. I've liked him from the beginning of the season. I think he's a very talented driver. And yeah, let's see what happens next year. Very good season, by the way.
Yeah.
That he had.
In C tier, my first C tier driver. Well, I mean, we have Hamilton C+. I would put Oliver Behrman in C tier.
Yes, me too.
Yeah.
He's very quick.
Indeed.
And I feel that whoever leaves Ferrari first, he's going to be the next guy that's called up.
I would assume so.
Yes, he's kind of been groomed for that.
Yeah.
No, I've
Ferrari loves their British drivers.
Oh yeah. No, I thoroughly enjoyed watching him make passes and gain points this season. I think he's very talented. He's like Hadjar-esque. I think he's a very cocky driver.
Indeed.
But maybe that works for him.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, all these guys are cocky.
They're all cocky. He's just very vocal about it. Like, ciao. When he passes somebody, it's like, okay, buddy, you're in 16th. But no, he's pretty good.
I mean, he gets it. He's putting on a show.
Oh, for sure. No,
F1's entertainment at the end of the day.
He's advertising himself to Ferrari.
Look at me, guys. I can speak Italian.
Yeah, guys.
It was very impressive that he outraced Ocon as a rookie.
Yeah,
he had
sure.
a P4 in Mexico. He had a 5-race point streak from Singapore to Las Vegas. No points finishes for a 9-race stretch from Saudi Arabia to Hungary, although there were 4 straight P11s in that stretch there.
Yeah.
And a P7 in the Belgian sprint.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
Very consistent, actually.
Yeah.
Only 3 DNFs and only 4 finishes below P12.
Wow.
In a Haas.
Wow.
So, yeah. If he keeps it up, I mean, I'm right with you. He'll get that Ferrari seat very soon.
I would bet on it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, as soon as... okay, well, the question is, though, who ejects first? Is it going to be Hamilton or is it going to be Leclerc?
I mean, at this point, it's a coin flip. I would have to see what their contract
How sad would it be
like.
if Leclerc leaves and they're stuck with Hamilton?
Mean, Behrman could be like...
Behrman could be a star.
Yeah.
Right?
in a couple of years, right?
Yeah.
That wouldn't shock me.
For sure.
Like, how old is he? He's 20.
Oh, he's a baby.
He's going to be 21 in May. So.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect for Ferrari. Perfect to lose with Ferrari.
Anything else about Ollie Behrman?
No, I like him.
I like him too. Also in C tier, I have a feeling you're going to disagree with me on this one. I got Alonso.
I mean, look, as long as he's in the same tier as Hamilton, it doesn't bug me so much. Like, he's past his prime, but Alonso still delivers. I think out of all the drivers, with the exception of Max, he's the one that delivers the most given the crappy performance of his cars.
Sure.
And he's done that over his entire career, for the most part. You're never going to have an Alonso performance that's not him giving everything.
Oh, yeah.
Even if a fucking wheel falls off, he's racing it back to the pits, and he's getting back on track if possible.
The one thing is, though, Father Time, as we know, is undefeated. He's the oldest driver on the grid at 44. He's going to be 45 in July. He had a little bit of a concerning first third of the season last year with 3 DNFs, no points finishes, including sprints.
Yeah.
Although he did find consistency after, although his highest finish was a P5 in Hungary.
Well, I mean, it is very tough. The competition is pretty fierce now. A lot of young guys. But
I'm just wondering what happened to him that first third of the season, because that was bizarre, because I'm like, oh my God, is Stroll going to finish ahead of Alonso? But then meanwhile, like,
who knows?
At the end of the season, Alonso is doubling up Stroll and all is right in the world.
Who knows? Maybe he had kidney stones or something, like...
If he's racing with kidney
he's
stones,
an older guy.
Maybe we should put him higher on the list.
He's an older guy. No, inflamed prostate. No, he's he's a legend though. You can't always have like a fantastic season when you've been in a sport that long.
Yeah.
But yeah, regarding this season, I would put him in C tier for sure. He's probably the most entertaining driver to watch when he's making a move, because I don't know about you, but I get the impression that it's like he's making that pass or he's going into the wall. He does not care. He still doesn't care.
No.
Right? And as far as I understand that,
he's a driver's driver.
I don't think he has any real commitments outside of F1. I think that's his thing. I think he likes racing.
Yeah, I mean, he's a manager for Bortoleto. I know that.
Okay, well, it's still...
It's still F1 adjacent. I get what you're saying, but yeah.
Of course. And I don't think he has any kids or anything, so...
I don't believe so either.
I mean, all the power to him, man.
I mean, he was dating Taylor Swift for a little bit.
That's actually hysterical.
I don't think that was true. I think he just kind of leaned into the jokes.
I want her to write a song about Alonso. That'd be great.
Well, she's got to write the Travis Kelce album first.
It's going to be a 2-parter.
Double the album.
She's been working on it.
Oh, my God.
You guys wait.
Oh, my God.
All you Swifties, you wait and see.
The Taylor Swift podcast is going to be coming next week.
Oh, yeah. Goody.
Anything else about Alonso?
No, he's awesome. He's a legend. Should have won more championships, but
bad luck. Arguably the worst luck. Him and Leclerc, I would say, on the grid.
Absolutely. I mean, Leclerc's luck is at least Alonso won championships.
Yeah.
Like Leclerc, I don't know if he will.
It's a fair point. Fair point, Marco. Next up in C tier, I would have. Actually, I don't even know if I'd have him in C. Esteban Ocon is next on my list.
The actual stoner. I never really hated Ocon. He seems like a little bit of a hothead, but then again, Verstappen's had his moments too and all that. I think he's a pretty decent journeyman. He can score points. He's nothing spectacular. This is still C tier or D tier?
I mean, I'm debating this actually if he's like C or D.
No, I think he's C, but he's
C?
right at the bottom.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I think he's a good enough driver. He's been around long enough.
He always seems to be like on the extreme ends of the spectrum, though.
Yeah,
it's always high or low. Like
yes.
he's rarely just like good.
Yes, he's not consistent like some other guys.
No, he's got like no long bad stretches. He's always just kind of like meh.
Yeah, sure. Yes. Yet he's been able to remain in F1 for, 7 years now, 8 years?
I think he could be on his way out, though. I would say he's one of the drivers that could be on the chopping block.
We'll see. I mean, hard to say, but yeah, he really hasn't made much noise in a while, but I don't think he's a bad driver.
No, he's not bad by any means.
No. He's pretty solid. But yeah, for sure. Bottom of C.
Yeah.
Not much to really say about him.
Although
38 points, pretty good.
Yeah, I have a feeling that once he's out of Haas, like Cadillac could be one of the drivers that picks him up.
Oh,
I could see that.
And that's how you really end a career. I mean, we'll have to see. I mean, hopefully,
but in a couple of years, Cadillac's going to have their own engine, right?
Yes.
So I mean, we'll see. That's I think
like
when
GM
the team
has proven they can win a series and races, right? Like
it's going to take them a while to get there. Like we're talking 5-10 years
easily.
Yeah.
And that's if GM really commits, because they have a history of flip flopping. Like I'm not just talking about racing, just in general.
Well, in F1, you can't be half in.
No, not at all. Yeah. It's a lifestyle.
It really is.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to mention about our buddy Esteban, the real stoner?
Cool name.
Indeed.
That's about it.
I guess we can go into D tier now. I would put Liam Lawson in D tier.
Top of D tier?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Looks a bit like Falco.
It was the hair.
Yeah.
The Pidgeotto hair as well.
The Pidgeotto hair.
Thrown into the fire, and oh boy, it did not go well.
Oh my
God. With the
God.
DNF and a P12
Look
with that Red Bull.
what they did to my boy.
When he came on the scene, I'm like, this guy could be like, I don't know, like the next one, but I'm like, this guy could have like a really bright future. But then he had, after that 6th race, he kind of fizzled out, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, he's quick, he's good, obviously.
So early in his career.
It said being sent to the B team may have saved his F1 career.
That was the best thing that could have happened to him. Man.
At least in the short term, yeah.
For sure.
Not sure where Red Bull stands with him. I imagine it's not too high. He's probably going to get the Gasly treatment, if I had to guess.
Yeah, they don't care about him.
No.
He's going to probably eventually race for a team like Audi or possibly Haas or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his time in the Red Bull sphere is not long for this world, I think.
No, if they can find someone else to replace him with, because like I know he's gonna have a new teammate next year, because like we'll get to who was thrown aside, but I mean he could be the next guy on the chopping block. I'm sure like the Red Bull driver development program is pretty good at getting guys to F1. Once they're there, that's where the issues begin. But
yeah,
I don't know, Lawson, I think we have him properly ranked here.
Absolutely,
yeah,
no debate there.
Anything else you want to mention about him?
38 points is no slouch in that car.
Tied Ocon last year, I believe. Right?
Oh, yeah.
My next driver in D tier, I'm going to throw Yuki Tsunoda.
Okay, very, very, very accurate rating, I would say. I
was never big on him, to be honest.
Well,
Going into last year, I was starting to change my tune, but then...
Yeah.
But then...
That's what I felt, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then it was like, buddy...
He just there's no nice way of saying it. He was a downgrade from Checo.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And I mean, let's be real. Red Bull didn't exactly put him in a position to succeed.
No, they threw him into the fire. Here's this impossible to drive car. Go and win.
Without any testing at the beginning, like basically no time in the simulator.
We have faith in you. Go.
Yeah. Or maybe not no time. I'm sure he had, but like he probably had very limited time in that car.
I bet you that. When a driver gets, traded to a different team, it probably takes at least a season to get used to the mantra of how that car drives, how that team operates, before you really have a shot, right, of maximizing what it can do. So, yeah, I think Yuki really got the he really got the brutal treatment, and it's a shame. Maybe his career could look a little bit different if he began with like a different team, but
yeah. Well, I mean, no one else was going to really give him the chance, so I don't think, because he was only there in F1 because Honda wanted him there,
of course,
right?
Of course. Keep in mind that Honda motor was pretty powerful, so decent trade.
Exactly. I mean, that's a trade Red Bull would make every time, right?
Yeah.
I thought he shook a little bit of some of his bitchier behavior. I thought it was less complaining on the radio.
Yeah.
He had matured a little bit that way.
I am sure that certain people were like, look, man, just bring it down a bit,
Yeah.
You're a Red Bull driver, shut up. Complain to us after. I mean, that's ultimately what they want. It makes the team
easier said than done, though.
It makes the team look way less unified if you have a driver doing that.
Of course. Albon.
Oh, my God, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but Red Bull screwed him, putting him in that infernal machine without testing going to the third race. It looked like at the beginning things might not be so bad. He had 3 points finishes in his first 5 races there.
Yeah.
But then just 4 points finishes in his final 17 races.
But, like, out of all the...
and he never really got close to the podium. P6 in Azerbaijan was his highlight.
Out of all the unloved drivers currently, though, I think he's probably my favorite.
Interesting.
I've always kind of felt sorry for his being tossing into the Red Bull fire pit. I don't know. It's I think he could have had more potential if he started with like a lower tier team. But anyway, I mean, what are you gonna do? He was an F1. Now you're not gonna be an F1. I don't feel that bad.
Do you know where he's racing this year? Has that ever been revealed?
I did not do research on him specifically. I'm not sure.
Let's see if Wikipedia can help me out.
I'm sure he's with like touring cars or endurance cars. Or
something. He's going to be a reserve driver for Red Bull, so he's still hanging around.
Okay. Yeah. So they're going to give him one last paycheck and then he's gone.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Well, maybe it could be the bot test thing where he's kind of like, hey, I'm hanging around here.
Yeah, make him do all the meet and greets and all that. All that fun stuff that F1 drivers do. Oh, great.
Yeah. Son, this guy was thrown out of Red Bull.
Wow, Dad.
Anything else about Yuki?
Nah.
My next driver, I think I'd put him in D tier as well. Gabriel Bortoleto.
Yes, Gabriel Bortoleto.
Good old Gabe.
Good old Gabe in the Kick Sauber. 19 points.
I wanted to like this guy. I thought he showed some promise early on.
Yeah.
Had a great streak of 4 points finishes in 6 races.
Yeah.
A P8, a DNF, a P9, a P6, a P15, and a P8 from Austria to Italy. But he had a weird fall off in the final 8 races where his only points finish was a P10 in Mexico.
I think 75%, maybe 80%, maybe 90% of his performances were because of that piece of junk tractor that he was driving.
True, but Hulkenberg is more experienced.
He is more experienced.
He was in that same car, and he got a lot more out of it.
Yes, but the experience really comes into account.
But we're talking 51 points to 19.
It's pretty big.
That's a big discrepancy. That's a little bit worrisome.
It's pretty big, but still, I mean, like...
Well, I don't know, man. When you're doubling up your opponent, that usually doesn't bode well for that second guy.
Yeah, but this is Bortoleto's first real season.
Agreed.
Right? Like, and look at... Antonelli got 150. Russell got 319. Okay?
True.
So, I mean, yes, I don't think he's...
Bortoletto's also a few years older than Antonelli, though.
He is, but still, I mean, experience is all relative in F1. Like, and that car is probably very hard to drive, and perhaps at this point, Hulkenberg knows how to finesse it a little better. Right?
Fair enough.
And also, Bortoleto wants to beat his teammates, so he's probably going to push harder.
Yeah.
Right? And... more mistakes, right? So I don't know. I don't want to be too hard on him because look, if he was driving like an Aston Martin and he was there, and by the way, we'll get to that. Then yeah, I would definitely agree with you wholeheartedly. But I don't think he's that bad. I think there's more to it than that. We'll have to see this season.
This is going to be a telling season, I think.
Definitely.
Although Audi. I don't know. I'm not expecting too much out of that team.
Yeah, unfortunately, I want to see Audi do well, but it's going to take a few years.
Oh, for sure,
definitely
5 to 10, right?
At least, yeah. At least, maybe next rule change.
We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah.
Next up, I'm gonna put Lance Stroll in his own tier. Just Lance Stroll.
Lance Stroll tier.
Lance Stroll tier. He actually had a promising start to last season, a P6 and P9 in the first 2 races. But only 4 more points finishes in what was ended up being a pretty decent car. Mind you, those were 3 of the finishes were P7s. But I mean, when's this guy going to go to tennis?
I know, right? Like, and, okay. Like, he doesn't seem like a bad dude, but he does not belong there.
I mean, he seems a little weird. I don't know if I'd want to have a beer with him.
I don't think he drinks beer. I think he drinks, like, milk or something.
Drinks milk? What, Russian?
No, just plain 2%.
Good old 2%. No, it's 1%.
1%.
He's a skim milk guy.
He's a skim milk guy. No, 0%.
0%. Ugh.
Yeah, because that's how much his performance was worth. No, he has to go.
We gotta send this to Marco and get his impression of how much we're.
So if you don't know, one of our good friends, he's been supporting Lando Norris for some reason. It just kind of glazing him forever, despite his crappy performance.
I mean, I had a little bit of a Stroll glazing period too.
Okay, he's Canadian.
Yeah, exactly.
Fine,
We want him to succeed at the end of the day.
But ultimately, we got to stop kidding ourselves. He's taking up the spot of some rookie that could really be in there doing some damage.
And he's been in. This is going to be his 10th season.
He probably has had, for me as a viewer, the most uninspiring career in F1 so far.
Half the time, it seems like he doesn't care.
I'm sure he does, but it just looks like...
He doesn't act that way.
It doesn't look like he does, and his performances are really...
Like, some of his answers after a race sometimes, like,
yeah,
really, buddy?
Well,
like, I understand, like, you don't have to love the media game, but, like...
We tried our best.
Yeah, just so, like... Some of his answers are just, like, so apathetic.
Lance Strollovich.
I don't know, man. He doesn't inspire much hope in me.
No. Easily not the worst driver on the grid, but definitely, like no chance of real points at this rate. Yeah, it's a shame because I really do like Aston Martin. I want to see them really, really take it seriously. And I'm sure they are in every other regard, but that's a good 20% thing right there that they have to deal with. And it must be tough for Lawrence because it's his son and all that. And really, who knows the dynamics in there? Like maybe Stroll does want to be an F1 and, he's just, it's hard to say, really.
Well, have you heard the Jacques Villeneuve thing about where he's like the dad, like whatever, when he took the son there, like this is Lance must have been like 10 years old or something. He's like Lance had no interest in cars, and like it was kind of like the dad kind of like
interesting
pushing him in there, like kind of living through him. I wouldn't be shocked.
I mean, there's some tabloid shit right there for you guys. Is Lawrence Stroll vicariously living through his dreams with his son?
My son's going to be a future.
My son's going to be a star.
Okay, Mr. Incredible, calm down.
Mr. Incredible.
Mr. Incredible from Montreal. Anything else you want to mention about our favorite Canadian schmuck? I should say that. Favorite Canadian driver.
He's going to win a championship this upcoming season. Watch out. And it's all going to be because of Adrian Newey.
I still can't believe he's got 3 podiums in a pole position.
You got to give it to him. 3 podiums. It's more podiums than I have.
It's true. But you've also never raced an F1.
I've only raced MD.
He's never had a fastest lap either.
Really?
That's a little bit telling.
Like in his entire career?
His entire F1 career, no fastest laps.
Oh, man.
You'd think he'd have one.
Oh, at least one.
Just like because fastest lap, I mean, you got to kind of take that with a grain of salt. A lot of that's about circumstance.
Yes. Circuit heat and fresh tires. And
do you have a gap to go for the fastest lap?
Yes,
and get going softs? Like,
of course.
A lot of it comes down to that. The last 2 drivers, I would argue that we should put them in incomplete.
I agree. I was about to say that.
Franco Colapinto.
Incomplete for sure.
Yeah. We've seen that he's quick.
He's quick.
He's a little bit too on the edge.
Yeah,
he's prone to crashing.
He is, definitely. He's a bit of a Maldonado.
Yes, especially when we saw him in that Williams in 24.
Yeah.
Yeah. We saw the best and worst of him there.
It's true. It's true.
Alpine clearly told him to just get the car home, which he did. He had no DNFs in the 18 races that he was in last year.
Very impressive. And
he did get a P11 in Netherlands, so he was just short of like scoring a point.
Yeah.
A little bit unfortunate. I still like the guy.
Of course.
I'm excited to see what he could do in a car that can actually race.
Yeah.
If Alpine is going to be there this year, which I suspect they're going to have a better season than most people may think.
Yes.
What are your thoughts?
I mean, yeah, like I wouldn't disagree with you. Like he hasn't really like wowed me to the point where I'm paying super close attention to him. But I think he has a lot of potential. I don't think it's really been realized yet. Yes, he is a hothead. He's one of those like score points or crash the car kind of drivers, which
Ricky Bobby.
maybe yes, and like maybe that would have worked during the Gilles Villeneuve days when the cars were a lot simpler and and
a lot more cars were prone to not finishing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But
now all the cars are so consistent.
The car's got to come back shiny now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like absolutely. So let's see what happens if he can pull it back a bit and finish more races and prove that he's not going to be like a hazard for the investors, then he'll probably stick around. He's definitely not slow. But yeah, really, it's about the whole package. Like, he has to finish races.
Indeed.
Yes.
And then lastly, of course, Jack Doohan. 2 DNFs in his 6 races. Just wasn't fast enough, but in all fairness, I don't think Alpine really gave him a fair shot.
No, not at all.
He had his best result was a P13 in China, and out of 16 cars. So I mean, it was a race where a few guys weren't able to bring it home, and he still couldn't really come anywhere close to the points.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I mean, look, that's kind of the way it goes in F1 sometimes. Drivers get shots. It doesn't quite work out. Who knows? He might show up again somewhere, but like, as of now, I don't know. Yeah. Like he's not signed with anybody. I mean, look, you really never know what's going to happen. If somebody gets sick, he maybe gets a shot with somebody. Maybe he can prove himself. I don't know. But yeah.
I kind of feel like he's by the wayside now.
A very unnoteworthy season, obviously. Only 6 races, right? So
some of that out of his control, of course.
Of course, but I mean, it's I'd say I feel bad, but he got to drive an F1 car 6 times in anger. So,
it's not too bad.
Not too bad at all.
All right, so that's basically our list. So I guess we could do a little review. So
sure.
S tier, we have Verstappen.
Yeah, of course.
A tier, it's Russell, Leclerc, Norris, Piastri.
Very solid.
I would argue even like Russell in an A+ tier.
Definitely. It's fantastic.
B tier, we have Sainz, Albon, Antonelli, Gasly, Hulkenberg, and Hadjar.
That's very, very apt, yeah.
C tier, we have Hamilton, who may be C+.
Yeah.
Then Behrman, Alonso, Ocon.
Yeah, I would say that.
I'll show you this to visualize it as well. You can read my chicken scratch.
Oh, that's okay.
In D tier, we have Lawson, Tsunoda, Bortoletto.
Oh, yes, very accurate.
F tier / Lance Stroll tier. Lance Stroll. Then we have Colapinto and Doohan is incomplete.
Yeah, I would say that's pretty accurate, Andrew.
All right. So I guess, Marco, thank you very much. Really
it's my pleasure.
Yeah, so any more expectations about F1 or thoughts of 2025 moving into 26? Any thoughts you want to have?
I thoroughly enjoyed 2025. I thought it was a very dynamic and interesting season to watch. Yeah, you're really seeing a lot of the drivers in their mid-20s really coming into their own now. And I think we're going to see, with this current season and the next one, I predict we're going to see 2 different champions winning.
Okay.
Yes.
In this regulation set.
This year and next year. Two different people.
Okay.
Yes.
That's going to be a lot of fun. I hope so. So, as always on The House That Happens, Steven provides us with a trivia question.
Ooh.
So, we'll jump right into it.
Let's do it. There's
only been one season in F1 where every driver scored at least 1 point. What season was it?
Oh, interesting. I think it's kind of a recent season.
I think it was 2 years ago.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I think it was 24.
20. Yeah, maybe 24 or 23. I can't remember.
I'm gonna stick with 24.
Okay, you know what? I'll stick with you. You have pretty good general sports knowledge.
2018.
Holy shit, we're way off.
A little bit off.
What are we doing on this podcast?
Clearly,
know anything.
Clearly, yeah. So we'll see. Marco, we end the show every week saying, well, usually it's what we're looking forward to the most this week, but what race from 2026 are you looking the most forward to?
Oh, that would have to be Interlagos.
So
yes.
End of the year,
Brazil is always a banger. I mean, there's maybe about 3-4 circuits I love, but Brazil, I think, out of all the classic circuits, seems to encapsulate like so many different aspects that I love. There's a crazy S section at the front where there's always passages. There's a banking section.
Yes.
The track is in a valley, so there's lots of undulations. It always rains, and it usually produces great moments. So I'm looking forward to that.
For me, I mean, I'm very excited to see the the Madrid street circuit.
Real Madrid circuit.
Clearly, I have soccer on the mind. A lot of Champions League.
Racing inside the stadium.
Well, NASCAR used to do that with the preseason one in the LA Coliseum or whatever.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Although they're not doing it there this year. But either way, for me, Spa. That's my favorite race.
Spa's awesome. Spa, I would love to go see one of those races for real one day.
That's on my bucket list.
Yeah, one of our friends did, actually.
They did the camping there.
Yes.
Rob, yeah.
Yes. Rob had a great time. So I'm jealous.
And if a little bonus question, I guess. So if we were to put Bottas and Perez on here, I guess where would you have them? D? Just for funsies.
Just for funsies, I would put Bottas in C.
Interesting.
And I would put Perez high D. Just currently. Okay. Because they both had great moments. I just think if I were to choose between the two, I'd say Bottas.
Bottas, when Alfa Romeo was having their moments early in last regulation set, he was looking pretty good. He was consistently in the points.
He's quick. Quick. He is the best support driver that there's been in 10 years.
And he's the last driver to get on podium for Williams, I believe.
Wow.
I believe so.
Wow, that's pretty awesome.
That's over 10 years ago now.
Something I loved about his driving, too, is when he was with Hamilton, he never looked too fazed by the fact that Hamilton was the guy.
You knew what he signed up for.
Yes, but that I think that's such an important thing for a support driver to kind of adopt with their mindset. Because as soon as you make peace with that, you're probably going to drive so much better.
Although towards the end, he had his moments where he's like, fuck you guys.
Well, he knew it was close to the end. He's like, let me at least try and do something.
That was the Russia race, I believe.
Yes. I remember that. Or when he was racing in the S's with Hamilton on, I think it was
Suzuka?
Silverstone.
Oh, okay.
I think they almost took each other out. It was pretty crazy.
But they didn't.
I think it was 2018, 2019, something like that.
Yeah, it would have been towards the end.
Yeah. Pretty awesome. He's a great driver. Miss seeing him not in a Mercedes suit, but time has to move on.
Father Time.
Undefeated, man. That's the real goat of F1.
It really is. Any other final thoughts?
No, I love this sport, and I hope all you people that care have a fantastic time watching this season. We will have updates for sure along the way.
Oh yeah, and we'll be sure to have you back on the show, I don't know, 4 or 5 times hopefully, maybe more throughout the season to get your
as
input.
many times as you want, man. I love talking F1.
Definitely before the season, we want to get you on
I'm down
to talk with myself and Cruz. But
let's do it.
It's always a pleasure, Marco. Thank you so much for joining us on The House That Happens. See you soon.
It was my pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
My name's Andrew Milani.
And I am Marco Domenico Giovannetti.
And what do we do here? We keep the vibe alive.
Keep the vibe alive, man.
Do you have a question that's just burning you up inside? Send it to thehousethathappens@gmail.com and we'll answer it on the air. We release new episodes weekly on Spotify, Podbean, YouTube, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Player FM, Podchaser, and Boomplay. You can follow us and see clips of our show on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Thank you, and we'll see you next week.